Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. There is a saying, if you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. I think it was President Harry S. Truman who came up with that. But it never a truer word spoken, especially if you're talking mental health. We've got an article here about Paul Sweeney, who's a Labour MSP, who suffers from anxiety and stress and whatever over his job. And this is as it's been revealed over the weekend at the same time that Alex Cole-Hamilton of the Lib Dems also has been seeing counselling for the last couple of years because of the stress of the job. Surely, if the job is so bad it's causing you this amount of mental problems, go and find another job. Get out of it. Don't suffer for your job. Find a better job. Find a more suitable career. But of course they can't. Politics is the only way half these people can ever earn the money they're ever going to earn, given their level of education, training and experience. They're never going to walk out of politics and into a normal job at that level that will pay that salary. Politics is easy money for the undereducated. And, you know, they do say, of course, as well, there's no business like show business. But there is. There is politics. Politics is show business for ugly people. And it pays well. And if you are uneducated and weird and gobby, then politics is a great career if you want to earn a lot of money off the public purse. So don't moan about the stress. Either keep your mouth shut or find another job. Let's have a look. So Labour MSP says he is chronically sleep deprived and suffers from anxiety. And it is, of course, as you see there, Paul Sweeney. The Scottish Labour mental health spokesperson, ironically, admitted he is surprised that more politicians do not suffer from severe mental illness. I actually believe that you have to be mentally ill to become a politician. He says it's due to the demanding job and the environment in which they operate. His comments come from after SNP MSP, Elena Whittam spoke out about her own mental health journey. She quit, if you remember, as a minister because she couldn't hack the pressure. It is law of the jungle. If you're not up for it, leave. No one is forcing you. This is the thing. No one forces these people to do this job. It's not like you're a soldier and you're given orders and you have to go to the front. That's stress. This, sitting around in a talking shop, farting, eating, drinking and rubbishing everything you do, hardly stressful, is it? I could sit and do that job for half the money and, what's more, make a better fist of it. Anyway, the former drugs minister stepped down from that role earlier this year to prioritise treatment for post-traumatic stress. Post-traumatic stress? What's the most stressful thing she's ever done? Had to fight a seat so I could earn me lots and lots of money. That's about as stressful as it gets for these people. Anyway, he said, you get dragged along by events and self-discipline is a real challenge, you know. Saying no to things is really difficult. No, it isn't. No, you just make no your default position. I always do. I say people say things and I say, well, normally to things like this, I would say no. So no. Don't do it. You just say no. That's the trouble these days. People don't have the balls to say no. No's a good word. Learn it. He admitted that as an MP, he struggled with feelings of isolation and loneliness, causing him to seek support. Perhaps he's isolated and lonely because he's not a very nice person. Nobody wants to be with him. House Commons staff arranged for him to go a series of talking therapy sessions. Asked if he got better since then at distancing himself from the day job, he said he hadn't. Then give up the day job, you fool. If your job is causing you severe problems, find another job. Trouble is, you can't find a job that pays as well, can you? So if that's the case, shut the fuck up. He said it's all consuming. It's hard to see how you would do it, really. No, it's not. It's not all consuming. You sit there and say, what's the working week? 35 hours? Bang. I've done my 35 hours. I get up and I walk out. And they say, we haven't finished the meeting yet. You go, I have. And walk out. Do it. It's not hard. At work, I would often work extra hours when I was, years ago as an accountant. I'd work extra hours, but I was getting paid for it because I was seen as being the one putting it in when my bonuses came at the end of the year. They were nice. But if I wanted to go home early on a Friday, I just went, right, I've had enough and I go. I didn't feel guilt. Other people go, I'm going to work later on this project. Well, knock yourself out. I'm out. No guilt. Go. Mental health. Very important. He also reflected on the resignation of Humza Yousaf last month, expressing empathy for the SNP MSP, who said he'd been forced to step down. Forced to step down is the important one. Of course he was forced. The men in grey kilts told him. He said, politics is necessarily the sort of job that requires public scrutiny. Yeah, well, if you don't screw up, you don't have to worry about public scrutiny. If you're not thieving from the people, you don't have to worry about public scrutiny. And if you're not a complete and utter knob, you don't have to worry about public scrutiny. Now, of course, that's him. Alex Cole Hamilton, he also has said this as well. And he's saying he's had to have therapy, he's had to speak to counsellors, the stress, he says the insults. He says he goes about his constituency business. He says he's never, he's always got to be aware in case people want to come up and attack him and that. Stop doing it. It's simple. If you can't do it, stop. Resign. Go and work elsewhere. Go and find a job that isn't stressful. It really isn't hard. There's plenty of jobs out there for a young up-and-coming politician who's done nothing with his life and is qualified in nothing. And I'm sure McDonald's will take you on, mate. Don't expect to earn the £60,000-70,000 a year tax-free, or not tax-free, taxpayers-funded money and all that lifestyle so you can sit around in a chamber doing sod all, scratching your ass and talking bollocks. Don't moan about the stress, boys and girls. Don't worry about the stress. How can you possibly be stressed on a job like that? Unbelievable, isn't it? These people have no idea. They're all soft. They're all soft. How few of them have served in the military? That's a start. Anyway, I shall stop there, round off, and we'll come up. I can't see how there's any stress in being a politician. I mean, do you know the top stressful jobs in terms of, taking it all away, ending your own life? I believe it's something like doctors, police, vets are very high. People become vets because they're going to work with animals all day. I love animals, let's work with animals all day. Then they spend all day putting animals down. Blows their mind. Farmers are up there, but I think a lot of that might be the chemicals they deal with, OPs and things, knock them out. But that's very stressful. Financial services, merchant bankers, investment people, massively high because they're dealing with this, which affects whole people's lives. Unbelievably high. I believe dentists are up there somewhere as well for some reason. I don't know why dentists. I've never seen a poor dentist. I mean, funnily enough, all these jobs are fairly high paying, but with them, high stress and high dealing with people's futures, isn't it? Trades as well, funnily enough. Building trades people are high on that as well, I seem to remember. Years ago, I went to a symposium on this, and it's, I think plumbers and electricians are very, very high on ending their own lives. Again, not poor people. These are well-paid jobs. So it's got nothing to do with the rewards cash. It's the stress of the job. So, though, perhaps nowhere, I don't think anywhere on the list, politician. When's the last time you heard of one knocking himself off? Got it too easy, haven't they? Anyway, I'll round up there. Thank you very much for watching. Do please hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, leave a like, leave a comment, please share the video, and let me know if you think being a politician is something stressful or not, and whether if they do find it stressful, they should leave. Let me know. Thanks a lot. Bye.